Okay, so I had been on a Facebook post where a woman had posted the question about when do men grow out of grow into real maturity and get out of their hoe phase or something to that effect. And my comment loosely was that there's a difference between aging and maturity. And she asked me to elaborate because I said you have to identify men for men and not put them in the category of immaturity. And so when she asked to elaborate, my point is that there's a difference between a man in true manhood and males of legal age. And that's the growth. That's the growth into manhood. That's what we ascend to. That's what a lot of people grow to, and quite honestly, a lot of men don't. And they're not men for that. We categorize them as men by gender, but they're actually males of a specific age, but they're not in true manhood. This to me talks about not taking care of your children, choosing not to work, not being a valued part of society, a responsible contributor, things along those lines, paying bills, whatever that takes. Now, here's the thing to that. This is somebody who's not even in the male gender, so you can't question what it is to be a man. I personally get tired of seeing what real men are supposed to do from people who aren't even of the male gender. You don't have the potential to reach manhood. So how is it that you question or demand to know or to say what real men do? Look, I understand, and a lot of women have been burned, but that also speaks to how you pick as if you're women. Have you matured to the point where you're picking responsible partners? Or are you a female of a legal age? It's a hard truth, but it's a real question to ask. Who are we to say that the men this person has dealt with are all immature men? What if they're raising their children, going to jobs, going to things like that? And quite honestly, they're dealing with her according to how she's allowing herself to be dealt with. There's a lot to be said. So, does a true man still take advantage of somebody? I don't know because I don't know that whole story. But let's just say they don't. Okay, fine. Then that means you've picked wrong. And if you're a grown woman, then that's something for you to own and not deflect onto asking when men are supposed to reach a maturity point. If you don't recognize that men are men and they are not males past a certain legal age, then that's on you. That's for you to understand. So I'm going to leave it at that, because I don't want it to turn into like, running someone down. It's not necessarily about this one specific person or their post or their choices in life, any of that, because we've all got stories from both sides of the gender line. But we also have to start recognizing that some of the things that we're trying to deflect or project onto other people are really a reflection of what we're looking at in ourselves, our choices, and our maturity stages. So, hopefully this reaches people in the context that it should, and which is one of solution rather than agitation. This is not my intent. But guys, please recognize the difference, because there's a lot of men out there who are still having to pay the cost for what a male of a legal age did to a woman in a previous relationship or did to somebody, in years past. That's not us, and it's not our responsibility. You have to heal you and then start to mature yourself and recognize that that's what true manhood is. It's being responsible, taking care, and just being all of the things that you would ask for or have looked at in other men, such as your fathers, grandfathers, uncles, coaches, teachers, people you respect. So if you respect those people, then please, by all means, separate men from males of a legal age, because it does them justice too. It does their memory and how you look upon them as well. So unfortunately, a lot of it boils down to how we pick. And that's just the hard truth of it. So again, men and males of a legal age are not always the same. Peace, love, unity, solidarity.